Hi, my name's Cassandra Moore. This is my assignment for MEC4406. Now the code that I just have in front of me at the moment is just to detect different colours using a colour sensor here with the microbit. So this is just all the setup. Now what I've done here is created an else if and else loop to be able to detect the colours. Now it's taken me a bit to figure out what values and ranges to get, yeah, and it's often changed as well with the lighting. So just to show this code working, because it's currently on the microbit on the robot. So I'll pull up TerraTurn. Now at the moment it's reading white. That's because it's on looking at white. Now I'm putting a blue colour in front of it and see it's reading blue, just to show you it's a blue bottle cap. Now looking back here, it's reading white again. Now I'm going to put a red bottle cap under and see it's reading red. Now I'll remove that and I'm going to put the yellow one under there now, and it's coming up saying that it's reading yellow, which is great. I've been having a bit of difficulty with the green colour. It's reading as red. I'm not entirely sure why this is, because I've put in an extra limit here on the red one to say that it needs to be the red channel between 14,000 and 18,000 and the green channel between 20,000 and 25,000. And when I read the measurements of just the channels, green did fall between that range, so I'm not entirely sure why that it is reading as red. So that's the first problems that I've encountered. Now over here, this is my code to get the robot to actually move. So in here I've created a whole bunch of functions to be able to control this robot. So firstly I have the compass function. This takes it reads the value from the compass and it does some maths on the compass X and Z to be able to interpret the angle. Because the microbit is actually meant to be used flat, there's some difficulty in using the compass. So this equation allows the angle to be determined. From here I have a function to define the turning of the robot. Now the motors are connected to pin 8 and pin 12, and the motors are actually backwards, it seems, so a 1 is used to drive it forward rather than a 0. Now on pin 1 and 2 that controls the speed of the robot, as it's a PWM pulse width modulation value, which goes from 0 to 1023. So this is just controlling the speed. Now the turn function is dependent on the color that the color sensor detects, and so that it can sort it into the different regions. So say the red needs to go at an angle of 45 degrees. This command here just allows for a bit of tolerance either side. It gives 10 degrees of tolerance to make sure, that the robot doesn't, once it misses the 45 degrees, it circles a whole 360 again. So it just allows it to sort of find its spot and then drive straight ahead. And when it does that, I've got it to stop for 25 milliseconds and then it drives forward. That way, it doesn't miss the spot. The next function is the drive function. Now this function just allows it to scan the floor. It just drives straight unless a colour is detected, and then those behaviour-based commands are carried out. The next function is the carry function. Now this just allows the bottle cap to be taken specifically to the location it needs to be in. Basically what it's saying here is while the red channel is greater than 6,000, so that means while the colour is not black, the robot is just to move forward at whatever speed has been inputted up in the main code. So these are just inputs into the function. If the color is red, not red, black, the robot should stop, and then it will change direction. So now it will reverse. The 0 refers to the reverse, and the robot will reverse at that speed for a second, and then it will do a U-turn again with the compass angle to go back the other way to start searching. And it will use the turn function to be able to turn and then start searching again. Now this code here is just how to read the color sensor and to do some bit shifting here. Now we get down to the main point in the code. This is the behavior based stuff where it's going to be testing what color has been detected. So this is similar to the code that was just shown earlier, but we've got some extra commands in here now. So it's going to say, if the red channel is detected between 14,000 and 18,000, it's the red, so then it should turn to the 45 degree angle, and so wherever it is, the compass will do the math, and then it will reach the 45 degree angle point, and then it will carry the bottle cap at this speed to the correct location. Now the speeds here are different because motor 1 is actually more powerful than motor 2, and so it does not drive in a straight line, so that is there to try and correct that. And then if it's not red, it comes down and it tests the next lot, and if it's blue, it takes it to the other location. So these values were found earlier, and it tests for red, blue, green, yellow, and black. And if it's none of these, it knows that it's on the white, and it can keep driving and scan the field until it finds another bottle cap. And there's 90 degrees between each of these angles, so it should roughly drop them off at the corner of each board, and then it should sleep for 50 seconds. So I'm going to download this code now, and we'll test it on the robot. Should be this top one. There we go, so it's downloaded. I'm just going to have to put my camera down for a second so I can disconnect the robot. Okay, so here's the robot. I'm going to just spread some of these colours around on the board. Okay, so here's the robot. I'm turning it on. And it's just started turning straight away because it's not quite sure where it is. It's found the black, and so it's turned again, and now it will drive straight. Now I'm having trouble the next time that it finds black, that it doesn't turn back onto the board. It just sort of gets stuck. So I'm going to relocate this robot, and hopefully it will find a bottle cap. Okay, so it's found the blue, but it's again gotten a bit stuck. I'm just going to turn this off for a second. Now I'm not entirely sure why it is doing this, as the code seems logical to me that if it finds a colour, it should be sent a value to the turn function, and it will turn to that angle and then drive forward and drop it. But it seems to be, oh, there's my hand, getting a bit confused between all the colours and